Let me just... So, a month ago, I posted a video where I talked about how I moved to the Netherlands. I drove for like 12 hours to get here. And that I want to stay here for a while to find a job as a PT, but also work on my career here on the social media, on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram. By the way, everything's down below. And I wanna talk about my experiences this first month, and also my experience because I went to Poland, back to my hometown for a week. I had to go to the dentist, which is there, so I flew back to Poland for a week. And I want to start off the video by, you probably read the title already, but I believe that you have to leave your hometown. If you have some bigger dreams for yourself, if you have some bigger aspirations, and you're like me, which means you grew up in a small town, middle of nowhere, and even like a more eastern country like Poland or Ukraine, Lithuania, everything around that, you have to leave your hometown. And I'm saying either go to a bigger city like the capital of your country, or just move to a whole different country. Like, if you can, move to the West. If you can, move to somewhere that makes you feel alive a little bit more, you know, whether that's because of the people, whether that's because of the climate, the weather. Like, think about it. What makes you feel more alive? You waking up every single day and it's being rainy outside. Like, I lived in Ireland for 3 years, and this is what I had to experience. I woke up, it was cold, people were sad, and it was rainy, okay? You wake up, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to go outside, you don't want to go for a walk, you don't want to go for a run, you're not motivated to do anything. And now imagine, I have my uncle, 1 year older than me, shout out to him. He just moved to Thailand, and he sends me pictures that he wakes up on like a legitimate island, and he sends me photos of this crystal clear water. And he texts me, I'm gonna work on my laptop for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go for a run in this place, like palm trees, crystal clear water. And tell me, what makes you feel more like this or this? And I'm not saying everyone's able to go and move to Thailand or move west, but I believe, like, if you're in your 20s, if you're just starting out, this should be your priority, to move somewhere that's gonna make you feel more inspired. Because, as I said, I moved here a month ago, and I don't know if you guys follow me or this is the first time you're seeing my videos, but like, everything has been going the right direction since I moved here. Like, I feel motivated to create stuff here. I feel more locked in when it comes to the gym. I feel more locked in when it comes to running, because this is what we're focusing on now. We're focusing on running because we're having a 100-kilometer ultramarathon in June. So I have a whole series here on YouTube about it. But listen, the craziest thing is that when I went to Poland to the dentist like a little over a week ago, when the plane was landing, I felt so weird, because I really did not feel like I was heading home, you know? I'm not saying the Netherlands feels like home, because it doesn't. I know, like, this is not the place where I want to stay for good. But this already feels more like home than Poland did. And especially, I'm saying Poland, but I don't know about bigger cities. But I'm saying my small city does not feel like home. And even though it's the home where I grew up, like, I feel like a different person when I'm there, okay? When I stayed there for the week, everything was like the same. The people around were the same. And it was nice to visit my family, but it was so depressing to see that if I stayed there, I probably would not go anywhere in life. Because I moved here and I'm doing shit, and I feel like doing shit. And just being in this place and having this huge change in your life also boosts you in the right direction. Because, as I said, I moved to the West, and you can feel that this is more of the Western world, like more modern. People are more open-minded, and everything just feels different. And I don't even know if it's just in my head, but even if it is working. So that's what matters to me. And, you know, back in Poland, I would always see these videos of people saying you should move from your hometown. And I was like, yeah, they're probably right. But like, Once I did, they're fucking right. If you have big dreams and you have big goals, I think it should be your priority to move somewhere that's gonna make you more inspired. Move somewhere where you can find people that align with your goals, because you truly are like the mixture of 5 people that you spend the most time with. So having these people be the ones that are going the same direction as you is key to having whatever it is that you want in life. So I'm gonna say it again. Make it a priority to move out of your small city, especially if you are from a place that does not feel like a place for you to grow. If you see, wait, let me make this a little bit brighter. If you see the version of yourself that you want to be, if you visualize it in your head, do you see this person living in the place you are at now? And if the answer is no, maybe it's a great idea to start becoming that person by getting to the place where they live. And I'm not saying think about $100 million mansion and he's gonna be living in that mansion, okay? I'm saying the environment. I'm saying the people around. If you have friends that smoke weed every single day and that drink alcohol every day and they don't do any physical activities, and this is like not someone that you wanna be, why are you surrounding yourself with them? I get it, you grew up with them, okay? You spend your whole life with them. But they're gonna be holding you back. Like, that's the uncomfortable truth. They're gonna be holding you back. You probably wanna have friends where you talk to them and you share ideas. You feel inspired and you kind of feel understood. Okay, you ask them for advice and they give you solid advice instead of going, bro, give me some advice, and they're like, all right, let's go to the bar and talk about it. Have a couple drinks. Like, that's not the point, man. You have to have people that are bringing you up. And me personally, I felt like where I was from, there was not many people like this. And I know this is the place where there is more people with the same goals, the same mindset, just more open-minded than the place that I grew up in. Ah, man, think about it. Is the person that you want to become gonna stay in this hometown, in this little comfort zone bubble, okay? Like, after the week I spent in my hometown now, I realize how much of a cage it is, okay? Of course, I love the people there because it's my family. Of course, I'm gonna look with nostalgia at the place because I grew up there. I spent my teenage years over there. I have great memories there. But if I'm actually gonna go where I wanna go in life, this ain't gonna bring me there, you know? This ain't gonna help me. It's gonna make it so much harder, and it's gonna make me suffer more. And you can still feel love to the place because of the people and the memories. But you can make the conscious decision that, like, this ain't gonna help and it's not gonna get you where you wanna be. You can always come back, you can always visit. But I believe, like, if you're in your 20s, you probably don't have that much stuff that is holding you back. So you might as well move. See how you feel. You can move and see if, like, this is the right decision. See if that's gonna help you grow as a person, if that's gonna help you become who you wanna become. And if it's not, you can always come back. That's the beautiful thing about being in your 20s. Like, you can fuck up over and over and over and over and over and over again. And, like, you're still gonna be fine. Yeah, it's gonna suck. It's probably gonna be hard. Like, you might lose a lot of money and you might have to make it all over again. But, like, you're gonna be fine. At the end of the day, like, you're gonna survive. And you might be 28 and that's when you figure it out. But, like, you're not gonna figure it out if you don't try for these couple years now. It's easier to try, see that something failed, leave that behind, move to something new. Maybe that's gonna work. It doesn't, okay, leave that behind, try something else. And you keep doing that until you find something that actually works, that actually fits your life, the life that you wanna live. But, like, if you don't have these failures along the way, you're not gonna find it. And then you're gonna wake up being 30 without any failures. And you have to go through all these failures and you find the place where you wanna be when you're 40. And that's not the point, because you have the 20s. That's what the 20s are for. They're for failing and fucking up and getting back up and fighting and looking for whatever it is that you want, because you might think you know what you want, but I thought by now I'd be living in Miami. I ain't living in Miami, and if I could, I probably wouldn't live in Miami, because I just don't feel like that's my place, you know? And I'm not saying this is, but I know this is definitely one step closer, and this is definitely gonna help me find my place. But I wouldn't be here if I didn't make the uncomfortable decision, that wasn't easy, to move away from my hometown. And that's everything I wanted to share. Again, a month ago I recorded the first video, and we're going in the right direction. Obviously, would like it to be a little bit faster, but we've also, since last week, upped the intensity a little bit. If that's still too slow, gonna work even harder. This is what you gotta do, especially when you wanna do something that is not the ordinary way and that is not the easiest. So I'm gonna leave you with that. And for the guys that watch my videos for a while, no matter if you're tired, go ahead and do what is required, and I'll see you on Sunday for the next episode from the prep series. See ya.